Welcome to the Daily Review. This is Fed Razak, Senior Trading Strategist here at CMTrading. And today is May 17, 2023, and today is Wednesday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, we're watching the Turkish Lira continue to weaken to all-time record lows. Now, first, no major economic events scheduled for today. So as we look at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, we're watching the US dollar gain versus the major pairs. And as we look at the indices, we're getting a divergence where the Dow Jones is selling off while the NASDAQ not just holding, but trickling higher. Now, looking at the commodities, gold and oil retrace and trickle lower, while looking at the stocks, specifically Google, continues to go higher. Now, lastly, looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin remains unchanged. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So we're going to start out with the Euro USD, and clearly we see that the dollar is getting stronger. Okay, we broke that 30-day moving average a while ago, but we're selling even more on the downside. Now, we're on lower volume as this is retracing, and we are at supportish level. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, I'm going to look at all the major pairs. That's support, and this is anticipated support. I'm going to look all at the majors right now because I think it's going to be really a very interesting day. GBP USD also on supportish level, previous resistance, which is a major level for the GBP. Now, that has been a long time coming for support, and right there, we breached that moving averages, the 30-day moving average as well. Looks like we're making a double bottom, but nevertheless, if this does still retrace, it can fall down further, and then we could get to that 121-ish level. That would be my next level of support. So this is really a very important level that we're at. Now, looking at the Turkish Lira, okay, this is really where it's at. We're looking at a monthly chart, all-time monthly chart, going back to 2016, okay? We have been just like free-falling. We went from 3 to 6, 679, and then just completely free-falling. Now, if you have to keep up on tabs of what's happening in the elections in Turkey. If you know, we're kind of in a standstill. It was almost 50-50 between the two opponents, and then they're going to have to do elections again, and nothing in the economic sector could be passed, at least legislatively, in order to move the country forward or to revamp its kind of falling economy and its falling currency as a result of that. And we just see it completely free-falling. It could continue. I mean, it's been to 19. It can continue. So just pay attention to it. It is a hard pair to trade, but you want to keep an eye on it because it may replicate what's going to be happening with the South African rand. May, okay? I'm not saying it will, but keep an eye on it. Now, looking at commodities, gold trading at 1987, sliding and trickling lower, and so did crude oil for that matter, just hitting $70 a barrel. Now, jumping into the U.S. markets, this is where it becomes interesting because if I look at the Dow Jones, yeah, we trickled down to 33,000. Now, we're bouncing this morning about 100 points, but we trickled down to 33,000. Now, that is a supportish area. If we look at let's look at a daily. That's easier. You see that red line? That is supportish area. You got to find that areas because everything is really technically, okay? You're right there. That is also, okay? And that's important because if we do breach that, then we could certainly hit 32,600-ish level, which would be my next Fibonacci retracement. So keep an eye on this as this unfolds as well. Now, looking at the NASDAQ, not retracing. In fact, even going higher to 13,500. And what's important about it is that it's remaining strong. Now, what of the tech sector is remaining strong? It's Google. Google is so strong, continues going higher. It's a gap and go even higher. So this is something really that we have to pay attention to because AI is here, okay? And in the next 6 to 12 months, this really may have an effect on the markets and change things around on the upside. Now, looking at the other majors, Microsoft, also close to its highs. If we look at Facebook, also going back to its highs, not falling further down, okay? This is really an important element because this has sustained itself at 238 right off of its lows of 241, which is a decent place for us to be. Now, lastly, let's take a look at Bitcoin, really retracing here to 26,800, but not doing much, okay? For all intents and purposes, really unchanged. This is Fed Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.